Mike would know Jessica. It's the only one we know. Yeah. Thank you.
Seats a little more squishy than I would like. Good evening and welcome in. Live coverage of St. A's women's basketball right here from the St. A's campus. We've missed just 6 points on the night right now. Hawks trail by 2 points to LIU Post. LIU Post comes in with a 1-0 record. Oh, block from outside. The 1-0 record was due last night to defeat of Southern New Hampshire University. Now here taking on St. Anselm's. 4-2, Post with the lead. Here's a drive from the right side and goes up, out of bounds. Will go to the Hawks ball. Neela Court with the drive there and tipped off her leg. The one bucket we missed for your Hawks came from the hands of Tori Lair. Lair coming off of a solid game last night, putting in 19 points. The turnover by the Hawks, and now Post will get the ball. 18-14 to go in this first half. Top of the key with the basketball. Now off to the right wing into the hands of and back around. Full front rim, no good. Pulled in and looking to push as Coach Plant begs them to, and a foul in the backcourt. Coach Julie Plant, brand new to this St. Anselm campus. This is her first year with the Hawks, coming from D3 Regis College. Foul in the backcourt will be assessed to Kiki Sears. Now top of the key and around to the left wing, down low, left block, going to make a move, one drill, puts it up, off the backboard, no good, pulled in, and looking to push now is Post, right in the middle of the floor, looking to go all the way, here's the foul line, and pull it back out. Looking low, and out of bounds, will remain Pioneers basketball. Post comes in to the night, again off the win last night against SNU. Left side, Kiki Sears with the ball, gives it back to the left wing. Peters gives it up, back to Sears. Sears pulls from about 18, front rim, no good. Plant begs her team to push, and they go. No real numbers, but they continue to go right to the hole. Flips it up, off, and misses the backboard altogether. Does Candace Andrews. It will remain Hawks basketball as it was last touched by Post. Baseline as the referees converse. And resetting the shot clock. 17-11 remaining in this first half. Low scoring thus far, only 4-2. No scoring since we've brought to you the broadcast. Here's a free throw, and it rims out, pulled in and put back up. Lair will head to the free throw line for 2 shots, looking to tie this basketball game.
Well, Tori Lair had herself quite a good game yesterday. Hit a double-double, led the way with 19 points and 10 rebounds, most on the team shot. 7 for 9 from the floor, 5 for 7 from the line.
Front rim rims out from Lair. Tori last night from the free throw line was 5 for 7. Second one all net. 4-3. Only 3 minutes into this basketball game, and it is a 4-3 event. Here's the 3, all net from the left corner. Sears with the bucket. Right side now with the basketball, looking for some movement in the offense. Finally get it down low to Lair from the left block. Is blocked and gets it back, puts it back up. Here's the rebound pulled in by the Pioneers. Post looking to push the ball and throws it away. Here comes St. A's, moving quickly up the floor. 4-on-2, gives it up. One dribble off the backboard, puts it in for 2. Good push of the basketball.
And a good run up by Kara Moore, starting in place of the injured Allie Jones.
Same pass as last time. Post tries to do it twice, both stolen, and both lead to breakaway buckets. And nope, not a bucket there, but you both lead to breakaways for the Hawks. Tough call there, foul on Tori Lair. 16:13 remaining in the first half. Coach Plant emphatically disagreed with the call, and it was definitely a tough call on Lair. She was assessed a warning. LIU Post with the basketball again. Low scoring thus far, 7-5, 16 minutes remaining in this first half. Basketball on the right wing now, hands it off into the hands of Williams. Chelsea Williams, top of the key, goes left, stops, pops from 15, the elbow, back rim pulled down by Lair. Lair looking to push, gives it up and stolen. Post with the ball, left wing. Fakes baseline again, pulls it back out. Deep three, all net. Sears with the bucket. A couple substitutions forthcoming for the Hawks.
Yeah, Mariah Wynn and Ashley Vaselli have to believe that Vaselli will be going in for Tori Lair, who's had a tough go of it so far.
That's a tough shot. Looks like she got boxed out before she landed and released a shot. Tough no call there as the Pioneers almost give the ball up again. Candace Andrews with that drive a minute ago for St. A's. 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Post looked up, and now right wing Sears will just pull. Oof, she's feeling it. Front rim, rims out. Pulled in by Post. Good hustle rebound into the hands of Chelsea Williams again. Right side, dribble center, going down the middle of the lane, tries to give it up, and off the hands of Nigel LaCourte. Couple subs coming in for St. A's.
Well, if there's one thing I learned yesterday, it's that Julie Plant is not afraid to use the timeout, even when things are going fairly well. Right now, they're not. Only down 10-5. She does not like the way her team has come out of the gate so far. The score notwithstanding, even only down by 5. She's not afraid to call an early timeout and do some yelling, do some coaching. And yesterday, at least when I saw her do that, and in their first game yesterday against Georgian Court, her team responded. They came out of the timeout. They were on fire after that point. See if it happens again today. They're going to need it because this is a much different, a much tougher post team than Georgian Court was yesterday. Georgian Court never really in that game, leading by 18 at the half and cruised down to a 30-plus point win. So a little bit of a different animal today.
I would say so right now. If doubling them up, Post 10-5. Mariah Wynn and Ashley Vaselli check in for the St. A's. Clear 2-3, and they cut baseline. Nice cut and stolen from behind. Should not have dribbled that low into the post. You one dribble and go right up, or just go right up with that basketball. Plant cannot be pleased with that effort there. Right wing with the ball now is Post. Bringing it back to the top of the key. Setting up her offense is Alexis Peters, the senior guard from Dorchester, local girl. Brings it around. Right wing now into their Star's hand. Nice cut down low. Right block. Puts it off the backboard. No good. Pulled in by Vaselli. Looking to push the ball deep into the lane and hands it off back into the man-to-man is Post. Top of the key. Couple dribbles. Cut back. Tough dribble there. Surprised she got away with that without it being stolen, but Briana Jones goes up and will head to the line for 2.
Briana Jones, one of those senior captains, the only captain in the game right now with Allie Jones out with an injury. See how she responds. She's able to pick up her game and her leadership out there as well.
Jones' first shot is knocked down. Yesterday, Jones went to the free throw line 6 times. She was 4 for 6 from the charity stripe. A substitution now for Post as heading to the bench will be Dominique Pagan. And into the basketball game will be Shayna Gatling. Second shot is tried and true. 3-point basketball game here as Post leads the St. Anselm Hawks 10-7. Setting up her offense is Alexis Peters once again, right wing into the hands of Williams. Chelsea Williams looking to get it done, and a foul. I believe it will be on Kiki Sears. Yes, it is. That should be her second foul. And it is. Looks like a substitution will come in. Jalen Brown, the sophomore guard from Riverhead, New York, will check in for Sears. Sears playing well thus far for Post. Leading scorer in the game currently. Going back to the man-to-man is Post, setting up their offense and moving the ball quickly are the Hawks. Going left block, throwing it up and fouled. Bit of an out of control move there from Briana Jones, but she will head to the line.
Briana Jones attacking each of the last two possessions, getting the foul calls, doing a nice job of taking on this offense by herself. As St. A's having to play some small ball right now, though Tori Lair is about to check back in.
Jones at the line for her third shot of the night. That's off the left side of the rim. A couple substitutions coming in as mentioned. Coming out will be Meg Morrissey, and in will be Candace Andrews, as well as Kiera Moore, and Tori Lair will check back in for the Hawks. Second shot is good. 2-point game here, 10-8. Setting up her offense is Jalen Brown, who recently checked in for the Pioneers. Right side with the basketball, looking for the movement, finally gets it back to the top of the key and back around the horn. Looking low on that block, cannot get it there, back top of the key into the hands of Peters. Peters couple dribbles to her right, picks up her dribble, back to the top. Only 8 seconds on the shot clock, looking to make a move and going right all the way. 3 seconds, pulls, does Peters, no good. Pulled in by Lair, looking to push the ball, and she does so, gets it up the court, and nice stop, pop, fake. We'll head to the line for two. Briana Jones with a nice move again.
Now, Sean, you've done enough basketball with me to know that I like to watch the big men down low, the big players down low. I was watching Tori Lair fronting Nyasia Davis that whole time, denying her the ball, resulting in the bad shot here in the right corner. Bad shot results in the fast break and more free throws for St. A's.
And a gorgeous outlet pass also. Yep. You saw that from
Starts
Lair.
with the interior defense.
First shot is up and in. Again, this is Jones' third time to the line already. She only went to the line for 6 shots yesterday and will match that number today. She hits this, she'll already surpass the number of makes she hit from the free throw line. And she does. She's 5 for 6 from the line yesterday, 4 for 6. Ties that game up at 10.
5-0 run since the timeout.
They have responded, Shuk. That was aptly put by you as they did yesterday. Now into the right wing, back to the top of the key. Brown setting up her offense, looking for some low screens, and the big men pop out. Left wing, now top of the key, Peters. Peters swings it around and blocked. Nice block from the hands of Andrews. And Lair going right to the hole, has some support, will not be covered and cannot hit the bucket. And pulled in Lair. And that'll be called for her second foul. After she missed that shot, she was a little frustrated. Gave up the foul there. Not a smart foul. Got to hit that layup.
Well, nobody in green wanted to step in front of the freight train that was Tori Lair on the fast break. And she did everything but finish. I think even Coach Planton applauded her on her way back over to the bench, saying that's a great job. You did 99% of it, but the 1% is, and then you compounded it by creating the foul afterwards.
You did the hard work. You do all the hard work and you don't hit the easy part. Post looking down low, cannot get it into the hands.
And then Mariah Wynn comes in and plays the same great defense by fronting Nyasia Davis, creates the turnover.
Timeout on the floor. 12:17 remaining. It should be a 30-second timeout. 12:17 in the half. It's all tied up at 10 apiece. Again, the leading scorer for Post is Sears, Kiki Sears. For the Hawks, it is Jones, Briana Jones. Thanks in complete part to her free throws. Briana Jones, all of her 5 points from the charity stripe.
Now St. A's is going to live there. You look at what they did yesterday. 20 for 24 from the free throw line.
It'll be Hawks ball from their own baseline underneath their own hoop. No pressure coming from post. Haven't seen any thus far on the night. They're in a man-to-man, it appears, as the Hawks bring it over the timeline. I guess it's not really a timeline here in women's basketball. No 10 seconds in the backcourt. Ooh, bad pass, stolen. Going all the way to the hole will be post for the easy two. Nice steal, and bringing all the way in was Gatling, Shayna Gatling, senior from Baldwin, New York. Setting up her offense, getting a high screen and going to her left, right to the hole, and fouled. Nice take from the hands of Candace Andrews. Andrews puts it in to tie the game up and will head to the line for one. Vaselli will come out in favor of Meg Morrissey. Morrissey, the senior from South Kingston, Rhode Island. And at the charity stripe is Andrews for one. Back rim no good, but pulled in and controlled by the Hawks. Looking to set up her offense is Andrews. Brings it to the left side. Looking low block and gets it back to the top of the key. Morrissey looking for the screen on the right. Nice high-low, and a couple strong moves and a foul. The foul should go on Alexis Peters. Yes, it does. Well, that was a nice play, Shuk. You saw Morrissey give the ball up, and then they pulled a nice high-low with Jones rolling from the screen right to the block. Creating that screen was the screen as she was able to roll and keep her man on her back. First one is in again, and she's really living from that line. 6 points on the night for Jones, as St. A's takes a lead here in the basketball game. 13-12 now, 14 as Jones knocks in her second one. Just missed one on the night thus far from the charity stripe has Briana Jones. For three and good as Shuker jinxes them out of the hands of Chelsea Williams. 11:15 remaining in this first half. 15-14 1-point basketball game in favor of the Pioneers. Top of the key now, left corner. Looking low block. Jones, one dribble, kicks it back out, looking for the swing. Left wing, nothing but air on that long shot. The ball does go out of bounds, but they saved it for nothing. Looks like Post should have just allowed it to go. She jumped from out of bounds. It will remain Hawks basketball. Here's a high screen coming from the bottom corner, and into the left wing goes the pass. Couple dribbles and kicks it out right wing. Nice move. Puts it off the backboard and in. What a nice dribble there from Candace Andrews. She tucked that away, Shuk, and put it up off the backboard. Down low, right block, just too far underneath the hoop. Throws it up and hits nothing. Saved out of bounds, but the Pioneers will grab it. Still not in control by anyone. Post finally grabs it. Nice cut and off the backboard for two. Good find there. Nice pass from Williams.
Oh, look, there's nothing you can do about that. Great effort by Andrews and Morrissey trying to get to that loose ball. Once neither of them came up with it, it really resulted in kind of a 5-on-3.
Post back in the zone again, 2-3 zone. High screen now, right corner. That's a nice pass, cross court skip pass. Now left wing, left corner, back up to the left wing. 8 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Swinging around, Morrissey looking for the deep three. Back rim no good, pulled in and not controlled by anybody. Last touched by the Hawks. 1 point basketball game here, 9:55 remaining in the first half. Post up by 1, 17-16. Calling her offense from the top of the key is Peters, giving it up and swinging it around into the hands of Iguodala. Backer all the way around the horn, left corner now, looking low post. pulls it back out. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock again. Still haven't done much with the basketball. Looking to drive left, going baseline, pulling it back to the middle, and fouled as she came back in. Was Alexis Peters, and the foul will go on Mariah Wynn. Wynn out of New Hampton Prep, Boston, Mass native, playing here for St. A's in her senior season. That resets the shot clock as St. A's gave Post a little chance here, a little extra life. Never want to see that. Pioneers with the ball, top of the key. Peters looking to make a move, goes back to her left and spins to the middle, puts it up off the backboard, no good, tipped around, controlled by the Pioneers. Another 30 seconds for Pioneers. This is their third chance on this possession, Shuk.
A couple of huge differences I'm seeing between tonight and last night's opponent.
Ooh. That's a gorgeous move from, was that Iguodala? I believe it was Iguodala.
Post.
She was spinning so quickly, I couldn't see her number.
Post is so much quicker in general, but they are way faster to the ball. They actually get to the loose balls. Last night it was all St. A's. The 50-50 balls was all Hawks.
That's a nice move. I was about to say a little too much dribbling for my liking when it comes to a zone, but Candace Andrews with the nice take for two. Again, a 1-point game with 8:27 remaining. Post up 19-18. Top of the key with the basketball. Cannot handle the pass as it was a little bit close. And give it away. Morrissey has the open lane by herself. Puts it off the backboard and in. Hawks with, again, the lead. The rare lead for them on the night. It is a 1-point lead, 20-19, as we're approaching 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Calling her offense is Peters. Peters gives it up. Right wing, Williams. Williams deep, looking for that is a tough pass, dangerous pass, but does get it down low. Nice cut and put up. And we'll head to the line. Will Iguodala. That was a nice cut as she lost her man, cut right behind her, and we'll head to the line for two based on the reaching foul. A few substitutions forthcoming for both teams. Kind of a herky-jerky free throw there. Didn't look as fluid as her nice move from the spinning on the block earlier. Checking in for St. A's will be number 11, Raquel Johnson. Johnson is from Long Beach, California. She's a sophomore. Second one is up and good. Here comes a full timeout from Coach Plant. 7:51 remaining, tied at 20 all here at St. A's.
Oh, interesting that during this most recent substitution, we saw Raquel Johnson, defensive specialist. We also saw Ashley Vaselli, who we did not see, is Tori Lair, come back in. As mentioned, she's kind of struggled, missed some shots, some turnovers, a couple of fouls, quick fouls here. As seen her go on the bench. This is a player, as I mentioned, double-double last night. 19 points, 10 rebounds, led the team in both categories. Today she's barely seen the floor. I think the difference, as I mentioned, is that up and down style that the LIU Post is playing. They're a little bit faster. I don't know if Tori Lair can keep up with them. She's going to be a major cog this year in the Northeast 10 Conference, and we're going to see it on Wednesday night when they take on the number one in all the land, Bentley Falcons. Never an easy team. I don't care what their rank is, and even harder when they're number one. She's going to be a major component. Tonight might not be that night, though, and that's okay, because it's going to give us an extended look at Mariah Wynn, at Kiera Moore, who started, and now we're seeing Raquel Johnson come in, specifically for the defense, somebody that can run the floor, but that can also play a good man-to-man defense. I just find it interesting that last night's easily best player on the floor for either team is the one who's kind of finding herself on the bench a little bit more often.
I go back to what you mentioned really earlier in that the conversation here was it's the fouls. You look at it, if you're still in this basketball game right now, and you clearly are, it's tied at 20 all. You have to look at what the fouls mean, and right now she has 2. You don't want her to get her a third. She only gets 5. So that's why, to me, she's still on the bench. If they get into a lot of trouble, maybe you see her come back out. Post comes out in their 2-3 zone defense. It's been working pretty well for them as they're pretty intense, and there's just too much dribbling for a zone, in my opinion, for St. A's. But you know what? It's working right now as guess who will head back to the free throw line. That's right, Briana Jones, where she's doing all of her damage from that charity stripe. Chelsea Williams draws the foul. Again, Shuk, when you look at a zone, the way to beat it is quick passes and short dribbling. If you're dribbling from one side of the court to the other, as Jones knocks down the first one, but if you're dribbling from one side of the court to the other through the lane, it's dangerous. Now, she drew the foul. It worked out pretty well, but quite frequently that's going to be a loss of possession, a turnover. So I look for St. A's to use the pass a lot more in their zone offense as Jones knocks down the second one. 22 point lead for St. A's. Top of the key with the basketball. Setting up her offense is Peters. Peters now shading to her left, still dribbling, now cuts back to the left corner, going back middle and back down low. Tipped and stolen, looking to push the ball right up the floor are the Hawks, now the right side and going to the block. Nice spin move off the glass and in for Jones.
Right there, I believe we're seeing the difference between last year and this year. Did not see this team last year. But last year offensively, they did not get out and run. They created turnovers, but then they slowed the game down. And that's something that Julie Plant wants to change and has.
On the other end, Post drives hard to the hole. Will head to the line. Chelsea
going
Williams.
On Kara Moore. But you look, with 7 minutes left, only 16 fouls for St. A's, 9, so the double bonus coming up for the Hawks when shooting.
Puts it up and in does Williams from the line. A few substitutions for Post. Out will head Peters and Iwadala. And in come Kiki Sears back into the game, and the first time we get a look at Neela Collins. Second shot is up and in. Substitution for St. A's. Onto the floor is Aaliyah Smith, and coming off will be Raquel Johnson. Back into that zone is Post. 2-3. Shading up into the middle, almost looking like a 2-1-2, and the wings are very wide. Top key, nice. That's beautiful. That's how you break a zone right there. You go top of the key, you go high post, you get a cutter low post.
I was going to say, I think they were listening to Coach Sendall right there.
That's a double dribble.
Couldn't see it. It was blocked out by the ref.
She did appear to pick it up. She actually made a face and thought she had picked it up and dribbled again.
Good closeout.
Great defense. Tripping foul here. 1-1. She was not going up. The foul will be on Aaliyah Smith, who recently checked back in. Smith, the freshman from Medford, New York. Chelsea Williams back to the line for a pair. Oh, for 1-1. I apologize. It will be a pair now, but it was 1-1. Coach Moore on the opposite sideline here for LIU Post. Moore was a successful point guard for Post about 20 years ago, Shuk, early to mid-90s. Second shot up and good, all net. It is a 24-26 basketball game. Hawks are on top, extending the pressure a little bit. Are the Pioneers at this point. Really not too much pressure. You're taking advantage of the lack of a 10-second backcourt in women's college basketball. And they're calling a foul on Post as Jones was looking for the screen and gets pushed a little bit up top there by Gatling.
Looks like we got Hackett Jones going on here today.
And
at the line every time you look out.
Though. She's got 15 points on the night. I believe only one was a field goal. It drops in for Jones, extending the lead ever so slightly by 3 points now. 27-24, 6:15 remaining in the first half. Hawks are on top. Both teams in the bonus at this point. Rims home and in. 4-point game now. Biggest lead for the Hawks at this point. Looking to push and set up her offense is Collins. Collins looking to her right, gets to Sears. Almost give it away. Sears gives it back up. Bottom on the post and will be fouled from behind. That's a tough call, but she was bumped. LaCourte will head to the line for 1-on-1.
I'd like to point out, if you are watching this online, the score is up there wrong. LIU post is 28-24. It is St. Anselm with the 4-point lead, 28-24. Right score, wrong team.
Thank you.
Apologize for that.
Thank you for catching that shoot.
Well, I didn't get to see this yesterday. One-man team, I couldn't keep one eye on the court and one eye on the computer.
Well, you could watch the computer for the game. Front end of the 1-on-1 was missed, but it's pulled down and controlled by the Pioneers. Setting up her offense is Collins. Collins motioning for certain players to go certain places and gets the ball and right to the hole off the right hand. Will head to the line
call.
And one. Shayna Gatling, a beautiful take. She gets the ball on the right elbow and drives directly to the hole and gets bumped from underneath. Post looking to cut the differential to just 1 point now. Again, Shuk, I go back to what I said before. You cannot continuously give them second chances on the same possessions. Wow, that ball hit every part of the rim and eventually out. Continuing with the full court pressure here are the Pioneers. Looking to trap. Got to keep passing to break this and almost thrown away. Looking to go right to the hole. Swings it around. No good. Cut right through that ball. Was a nice pass right through the lane, but when you miss a layup, you turn around and give up a foul like that. That cannot please Coach Plant, as they're now heading the line for two, both teams in the double bonus. .534 remaining. 2-point differential. Can tie it up with these two free throws. Oh my.
Wow.
It went in though.
Not what either of us were expecting there.
It's all that matters. LaCourte puts it in. The Bronx native. 6'1". Off the backboard for our first free throw. And another one. Back rim. But controlled by the Pioneers. Right now, Post definitely out rebounding the St. A's. Definitely in need to get Lair in there when possible. Looking to ensure not get her third foul. Great shot to take the lead back out of the hands of Williams. Here they continue with the pressure. You need to push the ball quickly. Nice cross-court pass. Looking to go to the hole. Stops. Pops. Rims out. And last touched and controlled by the Pioneers. Now they're looking to push the ball. Slowing it down just a little bit is Williams, but now puts on the back burners. Goes right to the hole. Foul from behind. Puts it in. 4-2. Head to the line for an and one. The traditional three-pointer possibility coming up. 5:02 remaining. 2-point basketball game. Post in the lead, looking for a timeout is Plant, or she's looking to get into the game. There's the call for the timeout. Julie Plant does not look pleased with her team at this point. They're just up by 4, now down by 4. It's an 8-point swing in a matter of moments in this basketball game. 5:02 remain. It's a 32-28 basketball game. St. A's is trailing. Just the first half here. There's a clear discrepancy down low in the post. The rebounding is clearly going in favor of LIU post, and you can really attribute that likely to the fact that Tori Lair has 2 fouls on the night already, and Coach Plant doesn't want to see her get her third in the first half.
Yeah, we haven't seen her since maybe 5 minutes into this game. I think this is going to be a pretty good test for what you're going to see in the Northeast 10 this year, especially, as I said, right off the bat, Wednesday, 5:30 p.m., right here at the Stoutenburg Gym. If you're a St. A's fan, be here because they are going to need it. They're going up against the #1 team in the country in the Bentley Falcons, and you can make a huge statement in this conference that's now broken up into 2 subdivisions. You can make a huge statement in this conference right away to alert the other 14 teams that are in the NE10 to say, we're for real this year. We're going to be a team to be reckoned with. You don't want to come into our place and you're not going to come into our place and expect to win. But I tell you what, you also have to win a non-conference game like tonight.
And this is a clearly very athletic post team.
Absolutely, night and day from what they played yesterday against Georgian Court.
Yeah.
The Lions were a slow team, terrible ball handling, just couldn't get anything going at either end, and St. A's had their way. Not the case tonight.
Williams puts the ball in for the and one. That traditional three-point play is tried and true. Oof, close to a 5-second call. You need to trap. You have to trap there in the corner. They did not. St. A's looking to go. Plant wants them to go. And thrown away. Cross-court pass. Poor decision there as Post had 3 people in the backcourt. St. A's only had 2. It leads to another 2 points. Shoot. Last time they had a timeout called by Plant. It was successful. This time, not so much.
Well, the last thing you want to do is pass the ball into the corner when you have it in the middle. Not only pass it in the corner, but pass it backwards.
Not only was that a bad pass, they lucked out because Post didn't trap on that. Now you only have 2 people in the back court. They have 3 defending, and you try a cross-court pass.
There it is.
That's how you break
there it is.
a press. Now you can pull it back and set something up. And I say that because I know you're all watching as well, because that was a beautiful pass up the left side, then cross-court to the cutter on the right side. Right corner into the right wing, trying to get it down low to the post. There's a foul on the play. Foul on the play. Mariah Wynn, I thought she at least touched it last to go out of bounds, but apparently she touched the Pioneers.
Interesting that Kelsey McKeon will be the next off the bench. Still no Tori Lair. Don't know whether that's because she has 2 fouls or whether because she's just struggling here tonight. But either way, have not seen her in a while. Kelsey McKeon will be next in.
There's a shot in for Williams. Williams again playing well from that stripe. Coming out for St. A's is Wynn, and into the basketball game will Kelsey McKeon, the sophomore also from California. Plant a long conversation with the referee about that last call, saying that she couldn't see it, so what happened? That one rims out for Williams, and there's a push underneath in the back, and they're going to head the other side for a couple free throws.
Well, another thing I learned last night about Julie Plant is that when she disagrees with the call, she lets the official know. If she agrees with the call, she also lets the official know. And it doesn't matter. It could be a call going against her team. If she agrees with it, she'll let you know.
She's honest.
She's very honest.
Heading to the stripe as she just checked in is Kelsey McKeon, sophomore forward, again as mentioned from Alameda, California. All net from the stripe, cutting into the lead ever so slightly. 4:20 remaining, 36-29 in the first half. Second one up and true as well. 6-point basketball game here, 36-30. Ticking down from 4:18. Collins looking to push the basketball, left corner, going baseline. Looking to give the ball up and passes the ball across the entire court via the baseline. Looking to go middle with her left hand and put it up is Williams. Calling the foul.
Touch fouls
on
here.
Jones.
Touch fouls. Long first half.
I was just thinking that, Shuk. It's been a long first half. We still have 4:06 remaining. There's been a number of fouls called, both teams in the double bonus.
Not complaining. I'll be here all night, but number of calls. Yeesh.
At the charity stripe, puts it up all net is Chelsea Williams. Williams, a native New Yorker as well. LIU Post, of course, located on the north shore of Long Island.
Brookville, New York, to be exact. You know where that is?
I do. The north shore of Long Island.
Well, I know, but I meant specifically.
I've been in the area, yes. That's what happens when you go to college in New York.
That's why I was asking. Manhattanville? Manhattan.
There's a difference. That is a nice break of the zone again, and in for a layup. If you break the zone properly, Shoot, you should be able to get a layup, and they were able to do so. But if I were Post, I'd continue to do it because it's been working. Top of the key, Collins back to her right into the hands of Peters. Peters goes middle with her left, will flip it up, and that's a good take. I like the no call as down low. McKeon was there, stayed straight up. If she fell, they might have called an offensive foul, but I like it. No call there, as it will remain Pioneers basketball. 12 seconds on the shot clock. from the left wing, left corner, back into the left corner. Collins, step back, tip, that's a block, and pulled in by Vaseli. Looking to push the basketball, and slows it down. Andrews, again the freshman, native of Boston, out of Worcester Academy. McKeon hands it back off to Andrews. A nice pass down low from Andrews to Vaseli. Didn't think she saw her there. Don't think Vaseli was expecting it.
Yeah, and extended look by the Hawks of Candace Andrews at the point. No Meg Morrissey, the senior. No Tori Lair. It's been the underclassmen for the most part, plus Briana Jones. They've done their job.
That's a good point, shoot. Off the bench doing their job. Now trying to get a defensive stop into the post and looking to make a strong move. Calling a foul from behind. Also could have called a hook there, as making the move into the lane was Nyjah LaCourte. LaCourte really used that left arm to get around and use her elbow. She's got very long arms, shoot, so that left elbow from her shoulder can hook someone, and she utilized that properly. No call there, but they call the foul from behind on Vaseli. Couple substitutions in for the visitors. It will be Jalen Brown, and for your home Hawks, Rocky Johnson will check back in. Yipes. Tough shot. McKeon boxing out. That's what the Hawks have needed, is someone down low to pull down these boards and box out.
She's played 2 minutes and has already made an impact at both ends.
2:40 remaining in this basketball game. It's a 4-point game. Post in the lead into the hands and pulled from 12. She has a really smooth shot, does Andrews, but she missed on that one. Post looking to push the basketball. Peters, inside-outside move, puts it up front rim. Hawks looking to counter now in the middle of the court. Andrews has some support on her left. Will go, use her left hand, puts it up with the right. And off the backboard, cutting it to a 2-point lead with 2:15 remaining, 38-36 in this first half.
Get out and run. That's what Coach Plant wants to see.
Top of the key into the hands of Brown. Brown setting up her offense. 2 minutes remain in this first half. Nice move on the low block from Peters. I'll tell you what, Peters a guard, but has good height. She's long as well. Definitely productive from that block. McKeon with the ball, middle of the court. Quick break of the press, but need to pull it back out as Post recovers. Wow, that was... looked like she had a lane that was blocked by offensive linemen. Post all spread out to go cover someone, but did not pick up the basketball. An easy 2 for St. A's. Still a 2-point basketball game. 90 ticks remain. Peters blocked ever so slightly.
Shot.
Controlled by the Hawks. Looking up the right side, far side. Nice pass, given up. They're calling an offensive foul on that. She gave the ball up but continued her momentum. And taking the foul is Jalen Brown. That was a tough one to take, as you had the bulldozer running down the floor in the form of Kiera Moore. Moore out of the game now. Into the game will be Aaliyah Smith. Controlling her offense and setting it up now into the hands of Williams, around and back up top. One dribble to her left, back into Williams' hands, looking low block, and now extended block back up top, left wing. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock, under a minute remaining in the first half. 2-point basketball game. Making a move is Brown, giving it up to Williams. Williams step back, continues her dribbles. Deep 3, off the backboard from straight on, puts it in. Extending that lead to 5, 40 seconds in the first half.
I think she got away with a double dribble. Looked like she got the ball caught on her hip, then put the dribble down again, and then if you're going to play defense for 29.5 seconds like that, nothing else you can do.
Nice low post move from Jones. She puts it up, and guess what, Shoop? She'll head to the line again.
Wow, that's a great move. The fake right, come back left with the scoop shot and draw the contact.
Brown will draw the foul for Post. First shot up, all met. Checking in for the first time into the game for Post will be Quenisha Radley. Williams will come out, ensure no more fouls on Williams in the first half, as she's had a good first half for the Pioneers. Looking to cut it to a 3-point game, and they do so. 28 seconds remaining. Shot clock is off. Extended pressure here from the Hawks. Brown dribbles, pulls it back. She's on her right side and gives it back up. Near side right. Brown goes back to the middle. 15 seconds. Right wing. Post looking to make a move. Iguodala gets down low. Right block looking to make a move. Spin back to the middle. Nice little move from LaCourte. 4 seconds. There is time for a last shot here. Here's the stop. The pull. No good, out of the hands of Andrews. That'll do it for your first half here from St. Anselm's College. 45-40 as the women trail by just 5 points to the Pioneers from Long Island University Post.
Pretty exciting first half, and obviously a lot different than yesterday. Yesterday, the score at the end of the first half, St. Anselm was up 32-14. Now we have a 45-40 game. Good to see the Hawks be able to run up and down the floor with Post, at least for the first 20 minutes, see if their conditioning, or I guess which team's conditioning is better 2 games into the season. But the ability to play kind of a slow-down, grind-out game yesterday, be able to dominate at both ends of the floor today, being a bit of a struggle, but still be in this thing only down by a couple of possessions.
I'll tell you what, Shuk, it's they've seen a lot of contributions from people from the bench for the St. A's team, and I look to see those starters back in, but those contributions to continue. Again, you saw McKeon come in and make an instant impact on the board as was needed. With Lair back in, you might be able to utilize both, and Lair can do it on both ends of the floor. We'll take a timeout for halftime. Go, get some water, get something to eat, come back, join us for the second half, as this is sure to be a good second half forthcoming. 45-40 is your halftime score. The Post Pioneers on top by 5 over the St. Anselm's Hawks. Back onto the floor for second half action here from St. Anselm College. It's a 5-point basketball game, 45-40. St. A's Hawks trail in this game. LIU Post up by 5. Post standout performer was Chelsea Williams with 21 points as they get it down low to the block. LaCourte off the backboard, no good, and controlled by Post, something that St. A's had a problem with all game thus far. That the rebounding has been a problem. That looks to be a travel or a jump ball. All right. And you know, I look at the actual statistics, Shuk, and when you talk about being out rebounded, it felt a lot worse than it was. And according to the statistics, there are 19 total rebounds for the Pioneers and 17 for the Hawks, but they seemed primed.
And it felt worse offensively, too, than 9-5.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Down low, nice block from the Pioneers as Lair is back in the game. You see the starters back in for both teams, as I mentioned before. Chelsea Williams, a standout performer for LIU Post. Really, her 21 points, almost half of them coming from the charity stripe, 10 for 11 from the line. And she is leading all scorers at the moment as she dumps it down low. Nice spin move off the backboard, and it rolls in for LaCourte. That is a nice move. Coach Plant looking for a baseline trap on that next time. Nice baseline dribble, kicked up. No good from Lair. Lair really off of her game a little bit here, as that was a tough shot, and he's been out for a number of minutes in that first half. Nice take, and pulled in again on offensive rebound. These offensive rebounds definitely hurting the Hawks. St. A's right now a little lethargic looking coming out in the half, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was going to say Lair looks timid to pick up her third foul.
And the entire team, it's not just Lair who I think looks relatively lethargic. And Lair really gave her the entire baseline on that play. LaCourte, just an easy bucket. And I believe that Lair will be coming out of this basketball game. Morrissey back into the game. Lair top of the key, down low. Jones kicks out, right corner. Fake, steps in, no good. Pulled in by the Hawks, put back up, and they're calling a foul on the floor. Andrews draws the foul on that rebound. Yeah,
I think Andrews is the only one you can't fault through the first 2+ minutes of this second half. She dove on the floor for the loose ball, got the jump ball, which turned the ball over to St. A's, and right there, the offensive rebound and to put back the foul on the floor. So Candace Andrews has come out to play here in the second half.
Ball turned over and on that inbound pass, and it's a jump ball, and it will go the opposite way. I'm listening to Coach Plant's conversation with Tori Lair, and it's exactly what I expected, Shuk. It's about her defense right now. It's about putting your foot on that baseline, not allowing LaCourte to go baseline that easily, putting your hands up and playing strong in the post.
She's doing a good job of getting her hands up, but she's not moving after that. She's just letting her player go right around her. She's not actually defending. She's just kind of standing.
You need to use your strength and intelligence. Look, she just gave her that entire baseline. You're always taught as a young child, oof, LaCourte really trying to do business down low right now. Tips it around and pulled in. Andrews looking to go right to the hoop. Strong move. Nice take. Beautiful take, Candace Andrews, as she tucked it away again and put it back up.
Again, grab the loose ball, tussle down the floor, and as you said, tuck it away, and be able to find the space to squeak it up and get the shot to fall.
49-42. And LaCourte called for the offensive foul as she's battling down low on the left block. Complaining to her coach a little bit, but I'll tell you what, she's been battling hard, as has the St. A's big men in the post, and just so happens she got caught throwing her arm out. I told you before, Shuk, I saw those long arms can really do a lot of damage, and she was just happened to be called for the foul this time. Nice strong take and an easy call for the foul as Morrissey goes strong from the right side, right around the entire lane with her left hand.
Interesting to see in this half how short Julie Plant makes her bench. Conference play beginning on Wednesday, mentioned against the #1 team, Bentley.
At the charity stripe is Morrissey. Morrissey was 4 for 4 from the line last night. Last season, Morrissey shot 78% from the free throw line. She looks to continue that as she has not missed thus far on the season. 49-44, 17 minutes remaining. Shuk, those first 3 minutes in the first half took forever to go by. Now, already 3 minutes into this half. Right wing looking to go strong to the baseline, puts it up after a double clutch in the air. LaCourte with the rebound, throws it off the backboard, no good. Pulled down, controlled by Jones. Couple bumps, but she controls it. Morrissey going middle up the floor, looks left, goes to the hole for two. Nice take.
Well, we're seeing the ultimate in small ball, up and down the floor. 3 fouls, all on post. This has been right there. Tough second half of play.
Strong play from the Hawks. Looking down, I do not see Pioneers looking for a timeout, but I'll tell you what, they're looking for a substitution. Oh! Tough call from behind as the trailing referee calls the foul on Candace Andrews. Pioneers are looking for the timeout now, as I expected them to, as they have lost their lead all but 1 point. 16-17 remaining in this second half. It is a 49-48 basketball game. They had a 5-point lead at the half, 45-40. So Hawks 8 points in the half thus far, while Post has only put in 4. Good timeout from the Pioneers. I'm surprised she didn't call it immediately. Go over a few bullet points from the first half. Briana Jones was the leading scorer for your St. Anselm Hawks. 17 points, the majority of those coming from the free throw line, as we discussed in the first half. 13 for 14 from the charity stripe. That's a heck of a percentage already in the young season. She also leading the team in rebounds with 5, tied for the lead in the game. As Nigel LaCourte for Post had 5, as well as Shayna Gatling. Gatling only playing 14 minutes but pulling in 5 boards for the Pioneers. Right back to the action. Again, 16-15 remaining in this basketball game. 1 point game, 49-48. Hawks still trail. Top of the key with the ball is Williams. She puts down her dribble, kicks it out left corner. Calling a foul on the follow through. Candace Andrews again drawing that foul. Andrews now has 3 in the game, but she's playing very well. Might take her out for a few minutes. At the line is Sears, Kiki Sears, who had a great first couple minutes. in the first half, is shooting 3. First one was no good. Andrews having a conversation with Plant. Plant clearly saw exactly what she wanted to do. Just said he needs to get there a half a step earlier. Into the basketball game will be Aaliyah Smith as well as Tori Lair. Lair will go in for Mariah Wynn. 2-point game, looking to make it a 3-point game, cannot do so, as Sears could not put in either of her free throws. Looking up the near right sideline, getting the ball and throwing it away was Wynn, who just checked in, but it looks like Post stepped on the line and will give it right back. So a couple turnovers here. Shuk has not the tightest game in the second half thus far, but I'd say a little bit tighter than the first half.
I was going to be a little bit more tough, just in terms of the level of play, and referees kind of putting the whistles away so far.
Ooh, that's a travel. That was very, very close, but could have gone either way. I can see why the ref called the travel on that one. Little 2-2-1 pressure here from St. A's. Oh, almost thrown away. They get back pretty well and tip it from behind out of the hands of Brown. Morrissey slowing down her offense, setting up the Hawks here. 2-point basketball game. Right elbow, turning, faking, Jones, and tipped away. Called for the reach is Chelsea Williams. So much for that whistles in the pockets thing, Shuk.
I think this game is just, it's so rough and tumble. The officials don't have any choice. I haven't really had a problem with many of the calls that have been made. It's a lot, but they've all been worthy of them.
I'll tell you what, Shuk, it's one of those things where as long as it's consistent, I'm okay with it. You call it consistently tight, I'm going to be okay with it, and they've been consistently tight. So for the most part, I've been all right with it. Here comes the 3 out of the hands of Peters. Boxing out down low is Jones. That's a clear over the back, and that's a good call. Again, you calling it tight, you have to call that foul. Pioneers come with full court pressure again. I'm not sure why they don't trap there, Shuk. They're here with it looks like a diamond and 1, but you have to trap at some point.
Yeah, you're supposed to use that sideline as another teammate.
And especially if they're in the corner, use both. Now you have an extra 2 defenders if it's the sideline and baseline. Lair on the low block puts it in.
Like to see that nifty little turnaround. Good part of her game.
Tori Lair now with 5 points on the night, not nearly as productive as she was last night, but of course spent the vast majority of the first half on the bench with 2 fouls. Here, Peters, flat shot from the corner, but there's LaCourte again. LaCourte must have doubled up her rebounds already, and also 2 offensive fouls on LaCourte trying to post up. That one was well warranted. I think that was a very good call. LaCourte will be taken out of the basketball game, and entering will be Davis. Here's that diamond and 1 look again. Almost, there's that diamond 1. She kind of jumps up to her 1-3-1 once in a while, but that's what they're looking to do. That's what the press is looking to do. It'll create a little confusion. You throw the ball too far, there's the turnover.
Yeah, but I like the coaching from Plant. She doesn't yell. She doesn't say, doesn't get down on her players. Just says, this is what you should have done, and now do it next time.
2-2-1 look here, and there's where the trap would come. Nice, easily broken. That's a good press break for those of you who are watching. Fundamental press break, and Lair with the rebound. That's what you want. You force them into a quick shot. You get the rebound. Now you can run. That's what you want out of nice move, Morrissey. That's what you want out of the pressure shoot. Can't convert, and now here come Post. Easy layup on the other end. Break the tie. 52-50, just under 14 minutes remaining in this basketball game. Morrissey brings the ball back middle and gets it over the timeline. Skip pass from the left side and puts it off board for 2. Quick 2-2-1 look again. Here's the pressure. Brown stubbed her finger on that crossover dribble. Nice low look. Wide open for 2. It's a nice pass and conversion from Gatling.
Sean, have we been playing with the shot clock today?
They're playing very quickly.
I don't even know. It's so up and down so fast. They don't even need the shot clock today. Only a couple times hasn't got under 5. No shot clock violations, and only a few that have been even close. It's just been so quick, so up and down. And again, I think this is a precursor to what we're going to see in what is usually a pretty fast Northeast 10 conference.
Vasily, Andrews, and Wynn all check back in. Here's a 4 across break. No one deep on the court now, and here they start to go. And Morrissey could get caught. Again, I mean, it's like the same people heading to the line each time. Post gets the lead back. Again, a few substitutions. Vasily will take a seat, and as will Wynn into the basketball game for your Hawks will be Kiera Moore. Second one is up and good. And Briana Jones has also checked back in. And here's another substitution. Raquel Johnson in as Candace Andrews will take a seat on the sideline. Jones looking for the basketball. Does not get it. Morrissey does. Middle of the court. Gives it up to Lair. Lair looking for a guard. Gives it up. And now the right side looking for the cutter. Nice steal from Post. Good hands. Post saves it from going out of bounds. Not sure how, but managed to get the ball into her teammate's hands. Looking low. Nice lob pass. Controls the basketball. Not the easiest pass in the world for anybody. Especially how slowly you have to attribute that pass, and no one able to get to it, but they were able to close out. No bucket thus far. Still remains Post basketball near side left. Top of the key, Peters, left wing now. Williams with the basketball, now back just inside the top of the key. continue to swing the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Calling a foul on Briana Jones there, as she and LaCourte were battling down on that right block. Again, Shuk, I go back to the idea that the press has caused them to rush their shots. They haven't been able to set up an offense, which leads to them not drawing the fouls. You set up an offense, you're drawing a foul. Right corner with the basketball, Sears.
Post also looks lost, though, if they're not on the fast break. Their sets don't look that crisp.
But that's how they've been drawing the fouls on those sets. So what was working the first half were the drawing of the fouls. LaCourte, really just a monster on the board right now. Did look like she dragged that pivot foot a bit. But here's Sears from the other side. No good. That's a foul. Williams got pinched between two people. I don't think it should be called on Lair, though.
It looked like she pushed her.
It looked like she was pushed into Lair, and then Lair pushed again. I thought it should have been the first person who pushed, who I thought was Jones. Either way, they both fouled her. I just thought the first one should have been called. That Lair was definitely the second one. Looking low post, turning, step out, and in. Strong move. No good. Morrissey pushing the ball up the near side right, going right to the hole is Johnson. Rocky Johnson for two, her first 2 points of the night. Post looking for a timeout as they had no ball handlers there to pass the ball into. Unless coach was calling a timeout the entire time, but I didn't see that. Post calls the timeout, all tied up at 56 apiece, 10:42 remaining in this basketball game. Shuk. Post has 7 team fouls. The Hawks have 5. This is going to likely be a long second half of your second half. You have just over 10 minutes remaining. If Post is able to draw a couple more fouls, which, again, they slow it down, they set up an offense, they're drawing those fouls. Draw a couple more. It's going to be a long final 10 minutes. It's
going to be, and I mean, I hate to keep going back to this, but I think that's going to favor St. A's. I think this is more along the lines of what they'll be expecting this season. Also, I think they're a very good free throw shooting team. We can see it from the likes of from Briana Jones especially, but they also have a couple of other good free throw shooters. Meg Morrissey when she's out there, Tori Lair when she's out there, also a pretty good free throw shooter. So I think that game is going to help them. I think it's going to be, I guess, as I said at the end of the first half, which team is going to have the fresher legs? Which team's stamina is going to last longer? Because I think that's what this game is coming down to. This is such a different game than what they played yesterday. And this is probably also different than what Post played yesterday against Southern New Hampshire. If you just look at the final score, it was a very low-scoring game. It was actually about what we're looking at right now. That was the final score. We still have almost 11 minutes left to play in this game. So it'll be interesting to see how each team is able to fare coming back less than 24 hours after their first game of the season.
That's right. LIU Post defeating Southern New Hampshire University yesterday, as there is the 3 from Chelsea Williams. The Post wins yesterday 68-54. Of course, your St. Anselm Hawks win 76-46. Held their opponent yesterday to just 14 points in the first half. Clearly not the case here tonight. Shady to her right, looking to her, Shady to the left and looking left post, but could not get the ball in. That is a tough pass, a little too hard for the liking of Kiki Sears, as it is sailed out of bounds. Post with the 3-point advantage at this point. 10 minutes exactly remain in this second half. Morrissey controlling her offense now, right wing, free throw line. Jones with the basketball, looking to make a move. Couple dribbles to her left, goes up with her right and puts it in. Nice move from Briana Jones. Hawks now getting back, ditching the pressure. And there's the steal, mishandled by Williams. 2-on-2 right now. Dribble mishandled as well from the Hawks. Still on the right side, Morrissey looking for the basketball to set up her offense. It was a nice steal from Kiara Moore, simply because Chelsea Williams couldn't handle the basketball. Lob pass down low to Jones. Jones looking to make a move. Step back, faces up, and blocked. Looking to push is Kiki Sears. Kiki Sears dumps it down and not expecting the basketball and tipped away. from post. It will remain Pioneers basketball.
Well, I like the thought there. You have to keep feeding 1-5 and white. Briana Jones has been your best player. She's been a pretty good interior force as well. I like the way she's played in the absence, of course, of Allie Jones injury-wise and Tori Lair in effectiveness/fouls. Briana Jones has stepped up her game down low, and I think that's a bit of a surprise for this team right now.
It's a 1-point basketball game, 59-58. There are 9 minutes remaining. And scoring is slowed a bit. Kiki Sears sees a lane and takes it. Wow, nice tip as she really got up there to tip that one back, but could not convert. Quick turnaround for the Hawks and turnover. A little bit sloppy right now, Shuk, from both sides. Again, St. A's going with the traditional defense, man-to-man half court. Not that full court pressure that they had shown a little bit earlier in this half. Sears with the basketball, shading to her left, gives it up left wing now, looking left block, and Peters gets the ball, couple dribbles, pulls it back in off the backboard for two. Peters likes to dribble down there. She likes to face up. She is a guard, clearly can handle the basketball. Does well with the face up there, as it's not easy to be posting up and turn and face up with your dribble, creating that space. Jones will turn around and pop from 15. All net.
Yeah, that's what she does. She is a good inside presence. She also has a good shot out to three-point range, but from what I understand, that's more of her range. So good to see her being able to knock down that shot as well tonight.
Right from the right elbow was Briana Jones with that 15-footer. She now has 21 points, and Candace Andrews really getting abused right now on that block. They lucked out, but Andrews clearly cannot handle the block defense.
Yeah, not too often you see the back to the defender, back to the player with the ball defense.
Ooh. That's a nice move, but a gorgeous block as well from the hands of Davis. Davis very long down there. Just her arms wingspan is very, very long. She's very tall, listed at 6'2". Hawks with the basketball. Morrissey right corner. Now right wing, looking to set up her offense. 8 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Win, stops, pops from 16 feet, just above the free throw line. There's the lead again for St. Anselm. 1 point differential, 62-61. Good time for Win to knock down her second bucket. Now 4 points for her. Swings it all the way around. Sears looks long with that three-pointer. Pulled in. Stops the dribble. Morrissey looking to get the basketball, needs a little help. Andrews now with it far side left.
Shot clock didn't start.
Referee's very nice.
She is.
Very doing the shot clock is never the most easy task, and the referee seems to understand. We like her. Setting up her offense is Andrews. She gets the high screen, going to her left, little hesitation dribble. Step back jumper from about 10. No good. I think Moore was calling, Coach Moore on the opposite side calling for a push-off there as Andrews' arm was a little bit extended, but I didn't see the actual push. Extension, okay. Pushing, no.
Andrews has the slash game. She has the moves. Now she just needs to finish.
Yeah, she's had the shot is very nice. She has a very nice shot. It's clear that it will drop at some point.
Absolutely, she will get there.
Kiki Sears with a nice crossover jumper to her left, fading a little bit to her left and knocks it in. Right wing with the basketball, a couple dribbles to the middle, pulls it back out looking low. Jones, right block, face up, goes couple dribbles to the baseline, flips it up, trying to draw the foul, but they were straight up on defense. Peters with the basketball, looking to make a few moves, and she pushes off on Andrews. Alexis Peters now, rather than posting up, she's going to be the primary ball handler, and they pull her out. She's actually been much more effective when being covered by Andrews on that post. To me, you should leave them down there, but a moot point as she exits the basketball game. 6 minutes remaining. 1 point differential, invert those numbers, 63-62. Pioneers are on top. Morrissey to the right, Jones tried the lob pass to Lair. Tough pass, Lair controls it and puts it up, draws the foul. I'll tell you what, Shoop, that is a tough pass and a tough catch to control it, but she was able to do so and put it up and draw the foul. Lair shooting 2. Front rim, a little short. Didn't really follow through as well as you would like to see from a free throw on that shot. Lair only with 5 points on the night. Start difference from the 19 from last night. See there, Shuk, a little bit more of the follow through. Knocks it in to tie the game up at 63 apiece. 5:45 remaining. No one deep as Coach Plant begged them to get back deep, and there's the miss and the rebound for Post. The miss again, the rebound pulled in, controlled by Lair. She's looking to go coast to coast. Stops, pops from about 11, puts it in. That's not an easy shot, Shoot, as they take a 2-point lead.
Well, a bit of toughness there from Tori Lair. Went up for that rebound and ripped it away, and then started the one-man fast break and finished.
The coast-to-coast take from the big center of St. A's. Kiki Sears drives hard to the hole, gives it up. Nice knockdown from Davis. It was a nice take by Sears, quickness, and clearly saw her teammate to give it up. Jones will just pop. Short.
Yeah, I don't like that, but that's a push.
They're calling it the opposite way, Shoop. Oh, no, okay. She mistakenly pointed the wrong direction.
Yeah, I didn't like the shot way too early in the clock, but Tori Lair in position. And the double bonus.
65 apiece, just under 5 minutes remain in this basketball game. It's a tight one. Shoot, Lair goes to the line to try and break this tie. Again, more of a follow through. She knocks it down. She must have been listening to me earlier.
You've been coaching this team up pretty good today.
Thank you. There it is again. 2-point differential.
Morrissey almost snuck in for the steal.
A little light pressure here as they get back. Finding their matchup. Ooh, nice take from Williams. She's bumped a little bit. Yeah, Andrews didn't get to the spot. It was clear foul on her. She didn't like the call, but she clearly didn't beat her to the spot. So it's a good call. Williams with a good first step. Can't falter there. I actually don't mind the foul when you're looking at it because otherwise she probably would have gotten a layup.
I guess the problem is it's her fourth.
Very true. And you need her on the floor. Coach is imploring Andrews to not jump and fall for the head fake. Baseline with Williams again. That's a nice take. See who they're calling the foul on. If it's going to be Jones, maybe. It can't be on Morrissey. Yeah, Jones, okay. I could see that. She rode her a little bit. If she had let her just fall into Morrissey, there would not have been a foul. As Morrissey was planted there with her hands straight up. 2-point differential, 4:26 remaining in this basketball game. The foul on Jones will be her third. She has 21 points, leading the Hawks. On the other side, Chelsea Williams, who's at the charity stripe right now, puts it in, increases her point total to 27, leading all scorers on the night. Williams' second one is tried and true, puts it in. A little trouble getting the basketball in. In my opinion, you always run the baseline there, but she didn't and was able to get it in still. Pushing right to the hole, gives it up. Lair, one dribble, up, nice move. Two-point game. That breaks the tie. We're now at 4:05 remaining in the basketball game, 69-67. It's been a pretty high-scoring affair. It looks to be so the remaining time here as well. For a high-scoring game, Shook, this is what I'm now putting two and two together. For a high-scoring game, there have been very minimal three-pointers made.
It's been all fast breaks. It's been up and down. It's been odd man rushes. up the court. And, yeah, you're right. Minimum three-pointers. They were only, I'm looking at the wrong one, 5 for 10 in the first half for Post, 0 for 3 for St. A's. That's not really their game. They're not a three-point shooting team anyway.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen St. A's hit one all game.
Yeah, I don't believe they have.
Nice move
That's
from Jones.
what they do.
There's a foul. Spins back middle, draws the foul. Now, had you spun back middle and the defender not reached, that would not have been the foul. But because she tried to stay low and tip the ball out, you're getting the foul, heading to the line for 2.
Very impressed by Briana Jones' game today, to say the least.
Jones has looked quite good for the Hawks, leading her squad with 21 points. 3:35 remaining in the game. She knocks it in, extending the lead for St. A's to 3 points. 70-67. She can push it up to 4 points on this shot. Takes her time at the stripe. Same routine each time. And a beautiful shot. 71-67, 3:35 remains. This is still a very good basketball game. Glad you're with us. Sean Sendall, Chris Schuker here with you on the night, bringing you St. Anselm women's basketball as they are 1-0 on the season, having won last night, taking on LIU Post, who won last night as well. 2 1-0 teams. Peters with the basketball, left wing, nice crossover. Little hesitation dribble and puts it in. That's a really nice take out of the hands of Alexis Peters. I actually thought she should have popped before she did the little juke dribble. She did it, was able to get closer to the hole and put it in. The stutter step there that she had, only 5 feet from the hole. Morrissey, nice spin move in the middle of the lane, off the backboard and in. It's only Morrissey's 6th point on the night. Have to get some defense here, get a stop if they want to keep this 4-point lead. Top of the key into the hands of Peters. That was Williams, excuse me, now into the hands of Peters. And tipped from behind will remain Post basketball. Peters was looking for the foul. Candace Andrews will re-enter the basketball game in favor. Kiara Moore will take a seat. A full timeout on the floor. 2:28 remains. It is a 4-point game, Shuk. 73-69. And it's been quite the second half. Again, at the half, you're looking at a 45-40 game. So if LIU Post does not score 90, they did not have the same second half as they did first. And that means that the defense from St. Anselm's has stepped up. And I think I could attribute that, the reason it's kind of a long runaround here from my perspective, is the rebounding. The St. A's has not allowed the same offensive rebounds to the Pioneers that they did in the first half, and you have to give credit where it's due. You have Tori Lair back in there, and Briana Jones has been very good at boxing out as well.
They were out-rebounded 19-17 in the first half, including 9-5 on the offensive end. You're right, we don't have the official stats here in front of us, but those numbers will certainly even out. And offensively, you kept harping on it, and you were very right about it in that first half. Too many second chances, third chances, just multiple chances in general. Those have really stopped. It's been one and done. Not as many turnovers as I think St. A's would like to have made happen on the defensive end. They've just been able to get the defense create one shot and then start the fast break the other way. And if they haven't been able to get the fast break, they've been able to pull it out, restart the offense. Seems like it always goes through 15. Briana Jones, who to me so far has been the player of the game. Candace Andrews probably a close second, but the senior captain, the only one out there with Allie Jones not in there due to the injury yesterday. She's been a big part of the game. When in doubt, give it to her, let her do her thing. Fake one way, go the other way. It doesn't matter. She can go left or right, fake one way and go the other way. It doesn't matter. She's either getting the shot, hitting the mid-range jumper, or getting to the free throw line.
Peters will go right to the hole, and Lair will grab the rebound. I don't think that was a great take, as Pioneers hadn't gotten out of their inbounds play yet. So you go to the hole like that, no one's there for the rebounds.
Now they're getting frustrated too.
Yes.
You can kind of sense it from Post. They're getting a little bit frustrated. They're committing some cheap fouls really that they don't need to, like that one. You know, that's a good 75 feet away from the basket. That's just a bad foul by LIU. It also results in the foul out of Alexis Peters.
2:19 remains. There's a timeout on the floor. Coach Moore having a conversation with the referee. It's a 4-point basketball game, 73-69. Post clearly frustrated. Coach clearly frustrated over there as well with the last call. Head is the line for a pair of shots due to the double bonus is Meg Morrissey. Looking to extend their lead for the Hawks. I'll tell you what, she's clearly a very good free throw shooter.
The whole team is. It's one of the things that's going to help them in this conference.
They just have to make sure they get to the line. And thus far tonight, they've been able to. I never talk about things like that because I always fear of putting the kibosh on it and the bad juju. And I did it. I apologize. That miss was my fault, Meg. On the other side, it's just a poor shot selection from post, and there's the frustration shoot.
Frustration fouls, quick shots. That's just a team that's a little bit down on themselves right now, and that's a little bit surprising given how well they've played throughout the first 38 minutes of this game.
And here's full court pressure. Now Andrews with the basketball will kick it out wide. Jones will take her time, pull it back out. That's a smart play. Under 2 minutes remain in this game, and it's a 5-point differential. Candace Andrews looking to go left, gets the high screen from Lair, gives it up to Lair. Nice pass, puts it up, off the backboard and in. Gorgeous pass, high screen, pick and roll as Candace Andrews finds Lair on the roll, and she stops, turns, and pops off the backboard. 90 ticks remain in this basketball game, and a timeout from Coach Moore. Emphatic timeout as the ref did not see it immediately. 76-69. St. Anselm's Hawks are on top by 7 points, their largest lead of the night, Shuk. And I'll tell you what, right now you see the frustration from LIU post and really the comeuppance of this team on the opposite side, how they have just stuck together and continued to play their same game the entire time. You haven't seen much different from the Hawks. They continue to play the same way, whereas post, it's been hit or miss. It's been run and gun, stop, or it's been set up an offense. You see the Hawks, they for the most part have played that run type of offense and continue to play their style of game. Now post clearly getting frustrated.
Well, the Hawks can roll pretty much anybody out there and get kind of the same result. Tori Lair struggled in the first half, turned to Ashley Vaselli, turned to Kiera Moore. They were able to play well. Briana Jones has played well from start to finish. They've gotten some good minutes off the bench from the likes of Raquel Johnson, who's played her terrific defense like usual, but has also chipped in a little bit on the offensive end. Even someone like Kelsey McKeon in that first half played 4 minutes, couple of rebounds, couple of points, graded a couple of fouls by her defender. I like the game she's played. It doesn't matter who's been in there; they're able to roll anybody off the bench, and they're just able to keep that flow going at both ends of the floor. And that's why they've been able to turn a 5-point deficit at the end of the half into a 7-point lead right now.
I'm sorry, Shuk, I couldn't hear you over Coach Plant. A foul on Jones. It's a 1-and-1 now for post. And again, I go back. I said earlier at the 10-minute mark, just before the 10-minute mark, that the post was about to hit that 1-and-1, and eventually it's going to be a double bonus, and it might make for a long final quarter of this basketball game. And they didn't. They got out of what they were doing well in the first half, and that was drawing the fouls. Their offense may have looked a little disjointed at times when they set it up, and I would agree. But they were drawing fouls. You slow the game down. The refs are calling it tight. You draw the fouls. What happened was St. A sped them up with the pressure and forced them into shots that they weren't prepared to take. Post controls the basketball. Again here, the offensive rebounds coming back to bite St. A's. 1:15 remains. It's a 6-point game. Here's a deep three and just, again, an errant shot choice. Pulled in, looking to dribble out is Andrews. Andrews looking for the timeout. It's a jump ball. It should remain with the Hawks. 66 seconds remain. It's a 6-point game. How do you like that symmetry? Here's the screen, or they tried the double screen, couldn't get there was Andrews. Briana Jones gives it up to Morrissey. Morrissey trying to get it up the floor, gets it to Lair. Lair, nice catch, good control of the ball, goes right to the hole, blocked. What a block. Morrissey, Lair probably should have pulled that one out and just dealt with it. That is a deep three. I'm just not sure why she continues to take shots from 25 feet out. She may have the... Look, if she thinks she has the range, I'm going to have to break it to her. Either you don't have the range or your legs are too tired to be taking shots that are well beyond the three-point line. 44.6 seconds remain. It is a 6-point game, and Post is going to start the fouling game.
Now, Post is going to have to turn this into a foul shooting contest, at least at this end of the floor. Obviously with only about a 12-13 second differential, but St. A's is good at their free throws, and with a 6-point cushion, can put this away right here. Not right here, but at the line,
stripe,
definitely.
yeah. And the right person to have at the line for the first two here in what was likely to be the fouling game, as Morrissey knocks it in. She has missed one on the night thus far, but has looked very good from the charity stripe. Here's the second one. All net, 8-point basketball game, 42.7 seconds. St. A's will put on a little bit of that pressure again, just to say, hey, look, we're here. Sears pushing up the basketball, now far on the right side, back to the middle. Kiki Sears, I'm not sure why they're setting up a slow offense right now, and they can't even get it to the left wing. Look, when you have only 25 seconds remaining in the game, you can't slow down your offense. That's when you have to speed it up. That's why I thought they were fouling. Inbound pass near side left for Post, 25.5. There's a lob down low. LaCourte gets the ball, strength, puts it up, and no good. Here's that offensive rebound, puts it in. She is touched on the elbow as Gatling will head to the line for an and one. Not what St. A's wanted to do there. Allow that second chance, and not only allow the second chance, but give them a layup and foul and have them head to the line. Shot clock is off. Puts it in. It's a 5-point basketball game. Post again looking to foul. They do so as Morrissey was in the corner. She was in the corner of the court. You have the baseline. You have the sideline. You have a defender, and you have a defender. That's 4 sides. That creates a box. You don't have to foul there. It's very difficult to get out of that. You trap, you steal, or you have her throw it away. But they fouled. She's headed to the line. All net. 19.9 seconds remain in this basketball game. 79-73. Morrissey now double digits on the night thanks to that free throw. It's a nice shot she has, Shuk. Again, the little hello pressure. Make sure you know we're here. You're not going to roll it up. You're not going to just walk it up nice and easy. Little hello pressure. Kiki Sears now puts on the jets, swings it around. Williams was about to take a 25-foot three. Blocked on that shot and will be last touched by the Pioneers. By the Hawks. Will remain Pioneer basketball. But you're looking at a Hawks victory here. It just depends on what the final score will be, as there's only 6.7 seconds remaining in a 7-point basketball game. Sears, couple dribbles to the middle, pulls for the front of the rim, no good. And that should do it. And there it is. St. Anselm Hawks get their second win of the season in their second game. A 7-point victory, 80-73 over Long Island University Post. It was a great basketball game. The second half defensively looked a lot better for the Hawks as well.
I mean, that's a great win. You score 40 points in the first half, you score 40 points in the second half, but you turn a 5-point halftime deficit into a 7-point win. That to me it's consistency on offense. It's also the ability to turn up the defense when it matters most. Post played a great game. They're going to take this back to the East Coast Conference, and I think they've learned a lot about themselves and about some of the top competition that are outside of their conference. They're a good team in the East Coast Conference.
Yeah, and it's clear. It's clear they have a lot of talent, and in the post and with their guards. And they just have to, it was not a tight second half. They let them get in their head a little bit, and that was the difference.
Southern New Hampshire is a decent team in the Northeast 10 Conference, but they're not St. Anselm. And we saw that today.
Yeah.
They beat SNHU yesterday. They had to withstand a little bit of a comeback, but they held on. Today, they jumped out to the lead. They were unable to hang on. St. A's, yeah, they're better than Southern New Hampshire, but also LIU Post is way better than Georgian Court. St. A's is 2-0. They're the only team in this quote-unquote tournament that can say that.
Briana Williams,
That's a big win.
Or Briana Jones, the standout player tonight.
Briana Jones will get the game ball. Yep.